This Week in Startups is brought to you by The Hartford. The Hartford knows that being a founder means having to make a lot of choices and that you've got enough on your plate without having to worry about getting the right small business insurance. That's why they provide specialized products and insurance solutions that can be tailored to meet your needs. Find out more by visiting thehartford.com/twist today. Calm. Seize the day and sleep the night with the help of Calm, the #1 app for sleep. This Week in Startups listeners get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/twist. That's CALM.com/twist. And NetSuite by Oracle, the business management software that handles every aspect of your business in an easy-to-use cloud platform. Get NetSuite's free guide, 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your Profits, when you go to netsuite.com/twist. Upcoming launch events. Get your free Founder Pass or purchase a VIP ticket for Launch Scale in San Francisco October 7th and 8th at launchscale.net/tickets.
Hey everybody, welcome to This Week in Startups. I'm your host, Jason Calacanis. And as you may know, I love Japan. I love going to Tokyo. My book was recently translated into Japanese. Thank you for doing that. And I got to spend some time in Tokyo meeting a lot of great founders. And somebody said, you need to meet the Jason Calacanis of Tokyo. I said, who's that? And they said, it's Chiba-san.
Thank you.
And Chiba-san kept coming up. Everybody kept saying, all roads to Chiba-san. And we met and had a nice lunch.
Yes.
And you are an angel investor like me.
Mm-hmm.
You've invested in 80 companies.
Yeah.
And you brought 50 of them to America this week for your retreat.
Yes.
Very
exactly.
cool. And you have a little deck here. We'll get into a little bit about what you do. But you've been an investor for how long? How many years?
5 years.
5 years. And before that, you were an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And now you're taking that money and giving it to other founders.
Exactly.
What a plan. I like it. Sounds familiar. And then Takeshi from Homma is here. He's going to help translate.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you could tell me a little bit about what you do. I know you're an angel investor in Tokyo.
Yes. I'm an angel investor based in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Now, my name is Kotaro Chiba. Nice to meet you again.
Yes, nice to meet you again.
Okay, thank you. I'm investor, and I'm LP investor for venture capital. Actually, 36 venture capital LP investor now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
not
you
only
give
Japan.
other venture capitalists money.
Yeah.
I'm in 8 venture funds. How many are you in?
36.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. Wow. You're like Harvard's endowment or something. That's a lot of venture capital firms.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you direct invest as well?
58.
Great. Wow. And you're very into the drone startups, right?
Yes.
And as an entrepreneur, what did you do? How did you make your money?
Yeah, I made 2 companies. That one is Coropla, smartphone gaming company. The
Okay.
other one is a Club, the smartphone game company in Japan. Then they both are listed in Tokyo stock market already.
Oh, wow. And you started both of them?
Yes, as COO,
COO.
entrepreneur.
Great.
And the Coropla's maximum valuation as a market is 4 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, as we say.
Thank you.
Yummy.
Thank you.
Very good. And then you became a drone nerd.
Yeah, I love drone. I love
When
drone.
did you first see a drone? What year?
Just hobby.
Yeah. What year did you see it first, do you think? Do you remember?
Maybe 4 years before.
4 years ago? And you said you started playing with them and you thought this is going to be a big business.
Yeah.
And so you started a drone fund.
Yes.
And
2
how
years
many,
before.
2 years before. How many drone companies have you invested in?
30.
30. And have any of them had success yet? Because drones in America is not a great business yet.
Yeah, Japan too. But
Yeah.
we made an one IPO company.
Okay.
Yeah, drone IPO company.
Well, that makes
last
up
year.
for the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is good, right? Very good. Continue on your deck here.
Okay, and I have the entrepreneur community called Chiba Dojo.
Chiba Dojo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are the master.
Yes.
And you teach them.
I'm not teacher, but everyone teach each other.
Oh, same model I use,
Yeah.
right? Peer to peer.
Mhm.
And so you have all your founders come together, what, every year?
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
And this week we have a retreat camp in Silicon Valley.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, for 4 days.
Wow. And what happens at these camps? What are you trying to teach them?
But before that, all people signed NDA.
They sign an NDA, so nobody knows.
Yeah, shared all the insight. Everything.
Got it. Okay, so let's keep going.
Okay. And I'm first owner of Honda Jet in Japan.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. So Honda made their first jet
Yes.
And you were the first person to buy it.
Yeah, in Japan.
Wow, so beautiful.
So I have press conference last December in Japan. It was so big news.
This is big news, yeah,
Yeah.
because for Honda, they made cars, trucks, but never a jet before? This is their first jet?
Yes.
And
It's
they've
the
been
first
working on
product
it for
air. 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah,
Took them a
long
while. But what's special about the Honda jet?
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful,
The
number one. Yeah, it is
shape
beautiful.
is beautiful and faster, very fast, efficient,
Efficient
and quiet
and quiet.
inside.
Yeah.
And
And
big
the-
space inside too.
Big space inside, yeah, and it's very beautiful. The cockpit is like a bubble, and it looks like a bird. And then all the jets are up on the wing.
Yes.
This allows you to land and not worry about the engines hitting the runway.
yeah.
Right. So they're higher, so the wings can be lower. Getting in and out is easier, and it can land on short runways. Is that right?
Not too sure.
Not too short. Oh, okay. But it's very powerful.
Yes, very powerful.
Yeah, so you can take it anywhere in Japan, no problem.
Yes.
But
And Korea and
Oh,
China
yeah.
and Taiwan.
oh, okay. So when I come to Japan next time, we'll go to Korea and we'll
Yeah.
have some jjajimyeon
Yes.
for lunch and come back.
Yeah.
Very easy. Same
It's
day.
okay.
It's okay. Zip, zip, zip. All right. Listen, continued success with your startups. I'm going to meet a bunch of them. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll look forward to seeing you in Tokyo soon. You guys have to have a big conference and get me back. When's the next big conference?
Half a year.
Half a year? All right, let's get a keynote going.
Yes.
Then I'll come get
Really?
a keynote. Yeah, of course. Let's go. I want to go back.
Please.
cool.
I
Yeah.
also want to go to. I was going to go to Kyoto for the first time this last trip,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to go without my wife because it's so beautiful. I wanted to experience it with
You
her.
love Kyoto?
I haven't been,
Oh, okay.
so I was going to go last trip, and then I thought, oh, I don't want to go without my wife. So the next trip, I want to bring my wife and go to Kyoto with her.
Okay.
So maybe we'll all go together.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, we'll be right back with some great companies from Japan. All right. First up of our Japanese companies that I met with my friend Chiba-san from Japan, who is somebody referred to lovingly as the Jason Calacanis of Japan. I thought that was pretty funny. He introduced me to Homma, to Takeshi, or you go by Ted.
Yeah.
And you have a bold vision to remake the home. Tell us about your bold vision with Homma, which for those of you playing along at home is HOM.MA.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Take us through your vision.
All right. So my name is after my last name because my family is doing the 16th generation carpenters in Kyoto. That's
Wow.
my DNA.
You know, they do good woodwork in Kyoto, I
I
hear.
hope so.
Yeah.
So the problem, I've been here U.S. for more than 10 years.
Okay.
And then U.S. home builders taking the 90% of the new construction home. The problem is the smart building method is the same for 200 years, 2x4. And then the classic design, even for the new homes. And then I'm not excited.
Right.
And also even a lot of smart home devices in the market, but no care for the smart home technology by
Got
the
it.
home builders. So I want to solve this problem.
Okay, so they're building like they did 100 years ago. They're building very classic homes, not modern ones. And the smart tech is an afterthought.
Yes, they don't want
I
to take care of
understand
it.
that. I agree with that problem statement. Keep going.
So we are tech home builders. So one side of the company is developing the software and services for the smart home, make it the very best experience. And the other side, we buy the land, build the homes, and sell it into one
Got it.
company.
So you're literally going to build the software and the technology and build the homes, and you're going to build the homes and then sell them.
Exactly.
Bold vision. Keep going.
Yes. So our product, home, is that we are targeting the millennials working in tech cities like Portland, Oregon, and then LA and Silicon Valley. So we deliver the urban premium compact homes for the sake of the affordability for younger millennials. We make the smaller size of the home close to the urban area, like 10 minutes by walk, by car, 20 minutes biking, something like that.
Got it. So you want to make urban premium compact homes,
Yes.
which is interesting because the homes in Japan are by definition urban.
Yep.
Almost every area in Tokyo, at least, or Kyoto, it's going to be pretty urban, and they're compact by design.
Yes.
So this is the standard in Tokyo, is it not?
Oh, yes, that's the standard.
Got it. It's just not the standard here. So you're going to bring the Tokyo design aesthetic and lifestyle to America.
Exactly.
Got it.
So we try to bring our learning and studies and experience from Japan to United States.
Okay.
Because home can be compact for the sake of the affordability, as I said.
Yeah.
So we bring the small homes, but the spacious design. We have a lot of the technology and the creativities for that.
Okay.
And then it's a modern design for the
Always.
future,
Yeah. Always in Japan, modern. Yeah.
right? And then we make all the smart homes built in, and then not just the control. We make the smart home orchestration.
Got it.
Sensor-based, they detect where the people is, what's going on. It's a light and dark, and
Got it.
autonomous control everything like lights and air conditioning and the securities without using the smart speakers and smartphone apps.
Got it. So you know I'm in the room because you have some motion sensor. You know what area I'm in, and you will adjust the temperature to where I am.
Yes. And the more than that, beyond that, we try to integrate existing, a lot of services like a food delivery and a cleaning service, dog,
Oh, wow.
care,
You're
something
going
like
for
that.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. So then we modernize the connected home urban infill smart lot. We are
Okay.
going to find the land and demolish it in existing homes and build multiple homes on top of it.
Got it. So urban infill is the land between the suburbs and the city.
Yes, exactly.
The infill is that strip of land. It's not San Francisco, but it might be Oakland or Berkeley Hills or something
Yeah, if we in Bay Area.
if you're in the Bay Area.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
So this is our master plan, 0 to 100.
Okay.
So Homma Zero is a renovation home. We are using office, which finished in 2 years, and then 2 years ago, and then now we are working on the Homma One, making 0 to 1. It's a prototype home. It's one single family home in Benicia, Northern California.
Got it.
And then now we have acquired the land in the Portland. So it's 18 units in the Portland. It's 20 minutes by biking from the urban Portland area.
Got it.
And then we are aiming to the Homma 100. It's urban premium community. We try to design a whole future town
Oh, wow.
backed by technology, but it's a very beautiful town in the future, in 5 years from now.
Amazing. Keep going.
Yes. So this is how we grow. This is our growth strategy. So in the beginning, we built everything, the whole vertical, from the home building and smart orchestration, and then service on top of it, and data collection. So this is the first vertical model. And then we grow as a home builder, smart home builders.
Yeah.
So 1 to 10, 10 to 100, maybe we may acquire other home builders.
Okay.
But this is a very linear growth. But other side, we try to exponential growth. We try to grow as a data and a service company. So we try to license our technology and platform other home builders because
Got it.
we know their pain point. We know the whole process because we are a home builder.
Got it.
But they are not taking care of the technology. They don't have no tech guy in the company.
Yeah.
So we are the best company to work with them.
Yeah. Awesome.
So this is the best vision of what we're working on it.
Amazing. So we have an investment in a company called Blockable, which is
know.
making homes that are modular, slightly different, but
Yes.
they did come to the same conclusion, I believe, that being the developer and actually is necessary.
Right.
You can't just build the home and sell it to a developer.
Because a home builder and the developer is very conservative. They don't take the new idea. They don't take a risk.
Got it.
So we have to take a risk by ourselves to make it happen.
Now, when you talked about making it spacious inside with small amount of space, the Japanese style, people don't know this, but when you order a kitchen in Japan, there are companies that make the entire kitchen as one unit. The counter, the cabinets, the dishwasher, the sink, the refrigerator, everything is one unit.
Except for the refrigerator and then
Okay,
all
except
the
for refrigerator.
appliances. Yes.
And they bring it in
Yes.
one piece,
Yes.
like a molded piece
Yeah,
from
a
the
couple
factory.
of minimum units, but factory made.
Factory
very
made.
precisely.
Very precisely.
Yes.
And so in Japan, it's not uncommon for everybody to have a similar bathroom or similar kitchen. And instead of spending 6 months renovating a kitchen or a bathroom,
No,
how long
no.
does it take in Japan to put redo a bathroom or redo a kitchen?
Minimum 1 week.
I'm sorry. I thought you said 1 week.
Yes.
How long does it take to build a new kitchen or bathroom?
I don't know, a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe 1 week to get it installed
Mhm.
and 1 week to build it in the factory or something?
Because it's primarily made in a factory.
It's already made.
Yes.
So you guys will redo a bathroom in a week.
Yeah.
And in America, we take 3 months.
Maybe 6 months.
And they do 6 months, yeah. Because you're just building the whole thing and you just plop in the entire counter, kitchen, everything at once.
Yes.
And is that what you're doing with Homma?
We try to
Similar?
do the Homma One. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are partnering with Panasonic, and the
Panasonic.
Sanwa is a public company,
Ah.
but they are not available in U.S. market.
Ah.
So we are trying to be, first step, partnering there, getting to the U.S. market. It's huge.
It's huge.
Yes.
So if they can, Panasonic, provide a plug-and-play kitchen, plug-and-play bathroom,
Bathroom's not yet though. Yeah.
not yet bathrooms, but the
Yeah.
kitchen
Regulation
is
is an issue there.
got it.
Yes.
And what do you think of this company that's taking the bed and the desk and having it go through a pulley system and put it in the ceiling?
Oh, yes, Murphy bed or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you think of those?
That's
Is that
cool.
popular in Japan or no?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, but we can offer such a additional service and furnitures on top of our service and on top of the homes.
Got it.
We can charge a subscription model.
Got it.
We have a lot of opportunity because normal home builder just to build it, sell it, buy. But we keep eyes on it. We keep the communications. We try to get the recurring revenue for all the homes you can support.
Do you want to sell the home or rent it?
Sell the home initially.
Yeah. And then have a service fee, $50 a month to get services or something for the home?
Yeah, if we can develop the whole town, we can charge on top of the HOA.
Ah, the HOA, right. So
Yes.
that's why you want to build a whole town.
Exactly.
Amazing. What a great vision. Thank you so much for sharing it with us on This Week in Startups.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be back with more. As a founder, you got to make a lot of choices. That's your whole life, is making choices, picking who your customers are, hiring new employees. Well, here's a choice that you no longer have to worry about. That is getting insurance. You need your insurance, and every company needs different levels of protection. Well, how are you going to figure that out? How are you going to make that choice? Well, the easiest way to make that choice is The Hartford. They provide products and capabilities that allow you to select a solution that can be tailored to your needs. The Hartford has a dedicated team focused specifically on the needs of small businesses, and they've had that team in place for over 30 years, and they were the first to do it. They serve over 1 million small businesses across the USA. Think about that. Over 1 million businesses are using The Hartford. The Hartford knows that technology is integral to your business, and when that technology fails, and listen, it happens to the best of us, the financial impact is huge. It can be life-threatening. It could kill your company. You can be sued over these errors, and we see it happen all the time. So, most traditional liability insurance policies are not designed to respond to financial claims in a lawsuit. But the Hartford can help protect against these and other risks. And they can do it in a way that's right for you as an individual. So I want you to find out more at thehartford.com/twist. HARTFORD. Thehartford.com/twist. You know it. With small business insurance from The Hartford, the buck's got you back. All right, let's get back to this amazing episode. All right, we've got another Japanese startup here in America that we're going to meet with. I, as you know, went to Japan for the great translation of my book, Angel. Had a wonderful time. I love going to Japan. And I'm fascinated by the founders there, and I thought we'd have a couple of them on the program, as we discussed earlier. And next up is Junify. And Dustin Shindo is the co-founder?
Co-founder.
Okay. So, did I pronounce the name of the company right? Junify?
Yes, that's right.
JUNIFY.com for those of you who want to play along at home. Go ahead and take 2 minutes to describe your company and what you're working on, as well as your biggest challenge. And remember, most people are listening, so if you show something on the screen, just describe it. 3, 2, go.
Great. Thanks, Jason. Great to be here. So we started this company to help companies go through the change in working style that's been happening, throughout the world, really. And our way of doing this is to provide better cloud access security with productivity on a platform once you log in. So when we started about 3 years ago, we met a number of CIOs and we asked them what their pains are. And of course, many of these you've heard of: SaaS proliferation, smartphone adoption, and a change in working style. And what they told us is each of the solutions for these problems were actually creating other problems. So SSO, for example, or MDM, people are working around these problems.
SSO is?
Single sign-on
Got it.
solutions, yes.
And the other acronym you used?
Mobile device management.
Got it.
Yeah.
So if you're in IT, single sign-on is wonderful, so you can get people quickly to work, but it's horrible because they could, if they get compromised, give the keys to the kingdom to everybody.
Absolutely.
And mobile device management, there's a term for that, MDM, in the IT community. And this is a disaster because people are using their phones for personal and business.
Yes.
They don't carry 2 phones in most cases. Great. So what do you do?
So what we wanted to do, of course, is address that problem in a much more efficient and productive way. So we built Junify, which is cloud access security plus a platform. So on the security side, we provide what you could call VPN for the cloud. So we lock it down by user, device, location, time, biometrics in a way that's frankly even more secure than traditional networks. And we get rid of every single password. So we call it zero sign-on.
Okay.
And
So what is this, like a virtual session or something like that? Do you pop up a virtual desktop for me to work in, or am I still using my laptop?
you can still use your laptop. You can
Okay.
use a browser to access things. And what we do is from our device, we're turning that mobile phone into a key.
Ah,
Right.
got it.
And so that key, of course, can share its location. It can use the biometrics on the phone. And these are things that we couldn't do previously.
Got it.
Now, once we authenticate, we push that user through to the platform. And what the platform is of course, all your SaaS applications. We also have virtual desktop interfaces, all in one place. And then we have an operational integration where we tie in payroll, clocking in, and custom applications.
Got it.
So one of those custom applications, since I'm short on time, is Focus. And what we do is we gamified the use of cell phones, reducing the amount of cell phone use during work by up to 90%.
So people who are at work are using their phones too much. And the way most bosses are doing this is they're putting on people's desktops and mobile phones, if they're company issued, tracking software that takes a screenshot every 30 seconds and sends that data to the cloud and gives feedback both to the manager and to the person that they've been on Facebook for 3 hours a day, and they might want to change that.
Sure.
That's what people are doing.
Sure.
You don't believe in that, or you do?
Well, certainly that works for really big companies that have that kind of control. But a lot of times, as change in working style happens, you have employees out in the field. Hard to control those and hard to control their personal phones.
Right.
So this software is on the personal phone. And
Got it.
instead of kind of pushing them into submission, it's incentivizing them to do it.
Got it. So you incentivize people here by giving them some gold, some rewards.
Yes.
This is a separate business. It's an application on top of your existing business.
That's right.
And if people don't take out their phone while they're working, and they keep their social media, games, and other under X percent,
Yes.
they get what?
So they actually get compensated a certain number of dollars. So the employer,
Hold on a second. The employer's paying them to work.
yes.
And then the employer has to pay them a bonus to do the work they're already paying them
Yes.
for.
In fact, what we found is employers want to pay them more than we're even willing to pass through to them. The problem is that big in certain industries like construction.
Ah, got it.
Yep.
So in construction, you don't have control over the workforce. They're all over the site. They might be on their phone doing nonsense. So they just say, we'll give you an extra, what, $10 a day?
No, it's actually just $25 a month.
Ah,
So it's
okay.
not that bad. But,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So, and you've tried this in the field. What was the reaction by construction workers in the field?
It's surprising. So once we get past the privacy issues, because we actually don't share exactly what they're doing, it's like an odometer. We count. And they understand they're in control of what or when they're working. They actually have been pretty accepting. We have 4 out of 5 employees who have used it, excited about the program now.
I actually want to get this on the computers at our office. Not exactly your solution, but I would like to have a solution for our team that didn't send anybody but the employee their own metrics. So you logged onto your desktop, you did this many hours of work today, and here's how it broke down between social media, the news, YouTube, et cetera. Now, somebody working in the company who's working on the podcast, well, of course they're going to be on YouTube a whole bunch.
Sure.
That makes total sense.
Yep.
But just letting them know, you spent 6 hours on your computer today, 5 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. And listen, you had 97 minutes at work. That was social media and New York Times. Was that necessary? Well, if you're Emmy Award-winning producer Jackie and you're on social media because you're interacting with the fans, of course. And if you're doing research in the New York Times for guests, sure. But if you're in sales, maybe not.
Sure.
Right?
That makes sense.
Got it. And so you guys are based here in
Palo Alto.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you have the most famous angel investor in Japan as an investor.
Mikitani-san, yes.
Yes.
As well as Chiba-san.
You have Chiba-san. Wait, I thought Chiba-san was the most famous.
Well, in this circle, he definitely is.
Got it.
Yes.
All right. And so the business, actually, your business is based in Palo Alto.
We're based in Palo Alto, but we have customers in the US and Japan.
So when you have customers in both markets, how do you balance building a product in English and Japanese at the same time?
That's a good question. So we actually have a team that's made up mostly of people from Japan. So while we're based here, we certainly are more Japanese than American.
So everybody in your company speaks English and Japanese?
My Japanese isn't as good, but yes.
Got it. But most of the people
Yes,
working on the product do?
absolutely, yeah.
So that's a real secret advantage.
It is, yes.
But you have to hire people who speak both languages.
Yes, harder to bring them here these days.
Oh, is it harder to get them through Trump's
the
wall?
Absolutely, yes.
He's built we built a wall around Japan. Okay. No more highly talented Japanese people in this country.
Yes, it's been tough.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Everybody knows the Japanese love me most. Okay? Konnichiwa. It is crazy. You can't bring talented Japanese people here.
We actually had one of our employees from Japan have to go back after his visa expired. We
Why
couldn't
don't you
get it
send him
renewed.
to Vancouver where they love talented people?
Yep, we've thought about other options. So he's back in Japan working for us there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Japan wants Americans to move there, right?
Yes, I think so.
You've got a lot of people who have visas to work in Japan. Is that correct?
No, so all the people in Japan are actually Japanese nationals, yeah.
Your company, I'm saying.
Oh, our
but in
companies.
general,
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Japan is very open.
Yes.
Not to give in citizenship. You cannot become a Japanese citizen
Yep.
if you're from another country, correct?
Actually, I don't know about
It's very
that,
hard.
Yeah.
We'll get some
But
other
it's
folks
much
coming.
easier to get there now.
But it is
yes.
easier to go there and
Absolutely,
work. They're
yes.
I hear a lot of Americans are going there to set up shop
Yeah.
and work there.
More these days for sure, yes.
There was a company called Notion that supposedly did really well that moved to Kyoto. Is that true? Or do
I
people
don't know,
talk
but-
about that a
but
bunch?
We use that product, so
Oh,
yeah.
you do use Notion.
We
okay.
do use Notion,
Very
yeah.
cool. All right. Well, good luck with it. What's the biggest challenge you got with this business right now?
Right now, so we now that we have our initial set of customers on, we're trying to expand. So our largest customer has 2,000 employees. So getting from there to scale up is certainly a challenge, as you all know. So.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going after big enterprises with something like this that is top down and you need top level management and everybody's going to use it, this is not the type of thing like Slack that some group can just deploy.
That's right. Yes.
You're going to have a slow sales process.
Yep.
But when you do sell, you get 2,000 people.
Yes.
So basically, the secret to this business is learning what the triggers are that drive people to make a decision and then making sure that your product is the best in breed. It seems to me like you have two value propositions right now. One is this app to get people to stay focused at work, and the Focus app,
Sure.
and the other is security.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well
Terrific.
done.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Good luck with the business.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more. Are you struggling to sleep right now? Do you stay up at night like I do sometimes? Well, you know what? You're not alone. 1 in 3 Americans are struggling with their sleep. They're not getting enough. And not sleeping enough, obviously, messes up your cognitive function. And cognitive function is how your startup grows and thrives. You need to make great decisions and you need to learn new skills. Well, you can't do that if you don't get a great night's sleep. People who are sleepless, you know what happens? They're more prone to accidents, they gain weight, don't I know it, and they can even have depression. But when we sleep, we're more focused, we're more relaxed, we're more happy, we're more calm. And that's why we've partnered with Calm here at This Week in Startups, the #1 app for sleep. You're going to get a library of programs that are designed to help you get the sleep your brain and your body needs, like soundscapes and over 100 sleep stories. We use this at home. My daughter has all these different sleep stories, and she's like, oh, let me pick one. Can I have a sleep story? CMO Presh was having trouble sleeping. Hey, he works for me. He's got a lot of pressure on him. And here he is browsing through the sleep stories. He's got a lot of options. There's nonfiction, fiction, ASMR, sleep music, and he decides to play some beautiful sleep music instead of a sleepy story. And he selects the Lullaby to the Stars soundtrack, and he falls asleep within minutes. Yes, This Week in Startups listeners can get great sleep and get 25% off a Calm premium subscription. Just go to calm.com/twist. Calm, CALM.com/twist. 40 million people have downloaded Calm, and it was Apple's 2017 App of the Year. Go ahead and find out why at calm.com/twist. Thanks to the Calm team. You all know I'm an investor, and I love the company. I love the founders, love the team. Really proud of the work you're doing. It's really helping a lot of people. Okay, speaking of helping a lot of people, let's get back to this episode. All right, welcome back. It's our special with a bunch of Japanese founders who I met through my friends in Japan. We'll have the world's Japan's greatest angel investor on in a moment. But Satoshi, you're next. Satoshi Suzuki, you created Bitcoin, right? You're the Satoshi who created
different
Bitcoin?
Satoshi, but yeah.
Different Satoshi, okay. No relation. And your company is Wondershake. And for people who want to see the website, it's locari.jp.
Yes.
Okay. Are you based in America or Japan?
In Tokyo.
In Tokyo. Great. We hate you. What a great city. You like... No, wait. Your English seems perfect. Were you educated here in the States?
I was about to explain, but I actually started my company in US. but our visa was denied, so we came back to Japan.
F's sake. God damn it. I'm getting so angry on this goddamn show. So you'd rather have your company in America.
Well, yeah,
But we kicked you
originally,
out.
yes. 8 years ago, yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Putting aside any issue you have with Republicans and Democrats, this is one issue we can agree on. Smart people who want to headquarter their company in America who are not terrorists. Are you terrorists, sir?
No.
Ever think about blowing up a building in the name of some religious belief?
No.
Okay, you're in. That's as easy as it is. You look at the person, you look them in the eyes. Are you a terrorist? No. Do you want to build a big company? Yes. Is this company a front for some terrorist thing? Okay, you're not, obviously, a terrorist. Let these companies come to America and create jobs for Americans. Oh my God. We kicked you out.
Yeah.
This is so infuriating to me. I'm going to let you present your company for 2 minutes. And America, think about what we've lost in terms of jobs. How many employees at your company right now?
40.
40 jobs, gone. 3, 2, go.
Okay. So about our company, we started in 2011, and this is when we tried to go to US but came back, and we raised around $50 million from investors, Japanese investors in US too, and our product is called Lokari, which is the biggest female lifestyle media in Japan, and the numbers, like, we have 8 million app downloads, 270 million page views, 1 million app MAUs, so we have a lot of users.
1 million users every month are active.
Are active, yeah.
Amazing. Keep going.
250,000 are daily active.
Wow. 250,000 people.
Yeah.
10 Staples Centers, active users every day.
Every day, yeah.
The equivalent of 10 giant arenas.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's all female.
And you're making 750,000 a month?
Yeah, a month. And by ads revenue.
Wow, $10 million in ad revenue a year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Keep going.
And so we create contents in-house. We create like 100 contents per day, so 3,000 per month.
Amazing.
And what we're trying to do now is to become a Glossier, which is a New York cosmetic D2C of Japan and beyond. Beyond meaning like Asia, like China, Korea.
Great.
So similar to Glossier, we have media, right? They had this media called Into the Gloss, which was like a blog. And they made a Glossier on top of the media, like promote the items inside the media. So we're going to do the same thing with Lokari. Like, we use the media's data, user volume, and community to quickly grow up the brand.
Great. So you're going to move from content supported by advertising.
Exactly.
And then you're going to add your own products.
Right.
Direct-to-consumer products.
Right.
Why are direct-to-consumer products so important to you, and why do consumers love them, in your estimation?
The item itself is going to be launched next month, but I think D2C model is really important to actually directly talk to the users and get their data and to understand what they really want, like their needs and so their preferences. So we could deliver products that users actually love.
Great. Any more slides to show, or is that it? Okay.
So quickly about like Japanese like cosmetics market. Like,
it's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, same here. What about what about the product? Can we see the product here?
Actually, like it's on the bottom
right here.
side.
Okay, I see it. So it's beautiful.
It's like organic skincare item.
Yeah.
And our strength basically is that we got data with media.
Of course.
Like users' demographics, like what age, where they live, and also like what articles they clicked, what items they bought. We're gonna use that data to create items.
Got it. So you can write a story about a certain type of cruelty-free makeup versus one that's super affordable versus one that you can buy in bulk, and you can see what people click on.
Yeah.
And if the content and the data shows, listen, people really care about cruelty-free, or they care more about buying in bulk and saving money, you could actually build a product around what users click on and then test if that actually comes true or not. It may or may not.
Yeah.
People may read something because they hate it, or they might read something, but it might not drive consumer behavior, correct? So you're going to keep this process of refining.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to do A/B testing.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to test out the concept first, like before going for the R&D.
Yep.
So if the concept works, we're going to create the product. So
got it. Are the users involved in the creation of the product, or are you just springing on them? You guys, it's your job to make the product, or do they participate in the creation?
Right now, it's on our side.
Got it.
But we could, collect users' data from like surveys, what they like,
Yeah,
what they
no, there have
want.
been some businesses that say, hey, we're thinking about making this product. What do you think? What would you
Yeah.
change? And they
Uh-huh.
might say, oh, I would prefer to get three different colors of lipstick in smaller sizes rather than getting one giant size because I want to
Yeah.
be able to, or a double-sided lipstick would be great. You can have,
Mhm.
nighttime and daytime on either side of it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
have that
We
for
could
free.
you do that too, right?
I'm giving you that one for free.
Thank you.
That's a free idea for you. Does
Thank
that
you.
exist in the world? Double-sided lipstick where one side is one and one side is the other?
I don't know.
Probably because it's not necessary. Okay. Anything else you want to share? Yeah.
Well, yeah. So same thing, but better matching for the users,
Sure.
user side, and to deliver products on trend. Like conventional brands take like 1.5 years to do like heavy R&D
Sure.
to deliver the product, but we're gonna do this in 6 months.
Wow. So
And-
you'll be able to get 3 products out for every product they release.
Exactly.
3 swings at bat for
Yeah.
one. Why does
So-
it take you so long, 6 months to build a brand? Why not get that to 6 weeks and do more?
We'll try. But yeah, but it takes time to just develop the product
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
to test out the concept. It's like, conventional brands take like half a year just
Yeah.
for that. But we're gonna do it in like a month.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Continue.
That's it.
Okay. Well done. What's your biggest challenge right now?
We're gonna trying to do fundraising again
Yeah.
for this new concept.
Why do you need fundraising? You got 10 million in revenue in advertising.
Well, we're gonna push more with
Uh-huh.
this product D2C model, and we need cost to create the item and also to promote.
Mhm.
And we can cover most of the users with Locari, but we need more users.
Got it. So you want to raise money and dilute your cap table, give away more shares, and own less percentage yourself.
Well, yes, but
You want to make a bigger company
maybe
with
a
that
company,
money.
yeah.
So here's an idea for you.
Yep.
You announce the first product.
Mm-hmm.
You say, this is a limited edition. We're only going to do
Yeah.
500
Mm-hmm.
of this package. And whatever the cost is, make it double what you thought you were going to charge. So
Yeah.
if it's going to be a $199 product, make it $299 or $399.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have this many users who love you so much, say we're doing 1,000 customers for
Right.
$399, this special product, and we're going to, and here it is, and you have to pay in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take the $400,000 in
Yeah.
advance from them and
Yeah,
use
yeah,
that
yeah.
to develop the product, and you don't take any more money from investors, and you preserve your cap table. What do you think of this idea?
Very smart.
Okay. I want you to try it and get back to
Yeah,
me, okay? If
okay,
you do it
got
and
it.
it works,
Yeah.
I might be interested in investing.
Okay, thank you.
Now, are you publishing in English as well or no?
Just Japanese for now, yeah.
Are you thinking about doing an American version of this, or is that too scary for you?
I think there's like many, female media in US.
Right. So
already,
too scary to go
so-
up against them.
Yeah,
You're scared.
yeah, little. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Asia market is much more easier to, go into.
Got it. Oh, okay. So you're not scared. You just think strategy-wise it would be
Yeah, like priority
easier,
wise. Yeah.
priority-wise, to go
Yeah.
after the ones you know best. Okay. But if you had been in America, you might have done this in America for American customers. And we
Well,
lost
yeah.
you. We lost you. You loved
could've done
America,
it.
didn't you?
Well, I love, the weather.
Where did you stay? Where were you living? Where were you living when you were in America?
San Diego.
She picked the best city in terms
yeah.
of the weather
Yep.
and lifestyle,
Yeah.
and we kicked you out. And you would have had 40 employees here. Now,
Yeah.
just look at me for a second here. Satoshi, look at me.
Yeah.
I am sorry that we're idiots. On behalf of all Americans,
Yeah.
this is a dark moment for us, and I'm being super sincere right now. We are idiots for allowing you to leave this country. We need you in this country. We
Yeah,
need
wanna go
immigrants
away.
who have the aspiration you do to create jobs and products people love. I apologize on behalf of America. This is a tragedy that you're not in San Diego right now,
Yeah.
going to Hotel Del, just beautiful weather, hitting the San Diego Zoo, Legoland, the beach. You surf a little
Yeah, it's
bit. You like the
beautiful.
beach?
Yeah.
You liked going to the beach.
Yeah.
And
Loved
we
it.
kicked you out.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm so on fire right now. I'm so upset. On behalf of America, I am sorry. But let's continue our relationship here. I just gave you
Definitely.
one idea that I've seen work here.
Yeah. I'll try it out.
Well, my friend Elon tried it, and he sold like 1,000 cars in advance.
Yeah, that's
So if he
fun.
can do it for 1,000 cars, then he can do it for 1,000 makeup kits.
Yeah.
You got an easier job than him to do.
Okay.
Okay?
Got
All
it.
right. Well done. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Nicely done, Satoshi. If you don't know your numbers, if you're not on top of your numbers, you don't know what's going on in your business. It's just a hodgepodge of a bunch of disparate systems, accounting, inventory, sales. You don't have any ground truth. You don't know what's going on with your business. It's a big, giant, inefficient mess. We know this is true. And you know what? If you don't know your numbers, that's going to hurt your bottom line. You're not going to be able to do forecasting. You might run out of money. You might miss opportunities. And that's where NetSuite by Oracle comes in. It's the business management software that helps you handle every single aspect of your growing business in one easy-to-use cloud platform. NetSuite gives you visibility and control so that you can grow. And it will help you save time and money and remove all those crazy headaches that you're dealing with now. You're going to get all of your sales information, your finance, your accounting, orders, HR instantly on your desktop or on your phone. That's why NetSuite is the world's #1 cloud business system. So here's your call to action. Right now, NetSuite is offering you valuable insights with a free guide called the 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your, not your business, your profits, even better. And you can get this guide right now, netsuite.com/twist. And here it is. I've been reading it. It's awesome. netsuite.com/twist. Go ahead and get it for free. Get that free guide, the 7 Key Strategies to Growing Your Profits. And, some of them, driving down costs, that's another way. Tax, regulation, compliance, you need to know about that. Selling more to your existing customers, aka land and expand. Finding new channels to reach your customers, new revenue streams, and of course, unlocking global markets. So much good stuff in here. Go ahead and get it at netsuite.com/twist. Thanks to NetSuite for supporting independent media like This Week in Startups. Let's get back to this amazing episode. Hey, everybody. Let's meet our next company. Your name is Hikaru
Hi.
Tamura.
Yeah,
We had dinner
True.
last night.
Right.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good dinner.
yeah. It was
Although a
great.
little bit weird for a Japanese person to go to a Japanese-American
Yeah.
restaurant and eat sashimi
Yeah,
and beef back to back.
yeah, but kind of different between Japanese sushi and here.
Japanese much better.
I
You
like
think?
here.
You like it
I
here
like
better?
California roll.
You like the California roll.
Yeah.
You are a traitor. I cannot believe that you like the California roll.
Yeah.
You like having 7 different things shoved into one roll. This is the opposite of what I like. I much prefer a little bit of focus in my sushi.
hmm
But you like the avocado
Yeah.
and the crab and some bonito flakes
Yeah.
and throw some salmon on top. You love it.
I love it.
Now, I understand that the Japanese people are now making California rolls in Japan.
Yeah.
It's true, right?
Yeah. Some of them. Yeah.
Some of them. It's considered sacrilegious to some Japanese sushi chefs, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Like if you asked Jiro to make a California roll, he'd kick you out. Would he kick you out?
I don't know.
I think he'd kick you out. All right. Well, it was a great dinner.
Thank
Tell me, you have a company called
Japan.
hackjpn.com,
Yeah.
which is Hack Japan without the
Yeah.
A's in Japan.
Yeah.
What is Hack Japan?
So we providing platform like business review site for investor and startup company. It's like an angel list.
Oh,
but,
AngelList. I've heard
yeah.
of that.
But it's
So you built AngelList for
for
Japan.
Japan. Yeah, basically
Wow, what a great
Japan.
idea.
But we you can see like a review of venture capital and startup company. Like so when
Like
you
Crunchbase as well, like a
Right,
database of the
like-
deals.
like so
This
it's-
didn't exist in Japan.
no.
Ah, interesting.
So yeah, so we have a 10K review data for investor and startup company, and our platform is solve our information gap between investor and startup company.
Huh.
Because when you found a startup company, you don't know where to like you should get the investment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go here and you find that, and Chiba-san is an investor in your company as well.
Yeah.
So you have the greatest angel investor in Japan, also
Right.
as an investor.
Yeah.
But you're doing something different here. You're reviewing the angels and the startups.
Yeah.
What is the criteria in which you review people? Because as an
Like-
investor, we turn away 99 out of 100 deals and tell them we're not investing. That means we're 1 star to
Right.
those 99 investors and 5 star to the one we do give money to.
hmm
How do you ask for a review? What do you ask people specifically for?
Do you know like Let My Professor?
Rate my professor,
Yeah,
sure.
it's like for venture capital
Okay.
and startup company.
So what, you ask them very specific questions? Like
yeah,
what?
You can put the GPA and you can put the free text.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you say what you think of the person,
Hmm.
but what are you rating them on really?
Like,
What criteria?
like how like your investor helping, supporting,
Oh,
something
so
like this.
to rate
Yeah.
the investor, you have to have them as an
Yeah.
investor. So you're not rating investors who turned you down. You
No.
only can rate the ones which invested in your company.
Right.
So that's confirmation bias the other way, probably.
Right.
Nobody's going to write a bad review.
Oh, some people do.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it public?
Yeah, it's public but anonymous.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're letting
You
founders
can. Yeah, you can choose anonymous.
trash investors
Right.
who invested in them
Mhm.
anonymously like Glassdoor does.
Yeah.
Huh. We had a website here called The Funded that did this.
Hmm.
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Long time ago, yeah.
Long time ago.
Okay.
So our user is like angel and venture capital, like looking for startup company to invest, or CVC looking for startup company.
Corporate venture capitalists,
corporate
which is
venture
very big in Japan.
Right. Like looking for startup company to invest or M&A,
Yeah.
or startup company looking for angel investor for
Sure.
investment. Right.
Makes total sense.
So we have like over 1,200 companies use our data, and yeah, and
Do they pay you for access to the data, or
yeah,
what do they pay you?
like it's like a freemium model. You have when you wanna see like some review of data, you have to pay.
Ah,
It's
so
like
of those
that.
1,200, how many have you converted to paid so far?
Like
and what will they pay?
like 10%.
Ah, okay. And they pay what, $1,000 a year, $100 a month?
100.
I guessed it?
Yeah, 100 per month, and then some
Per seat,
per
per user.
yeah
Wow, 1,200. So it's expensive.
yeah.
Very good. So you have $100,000 in subscriptions already.
Yeah, but some of them are trial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you'll
we
figure
just
that
launched
out.
it.
Sure.
Yeah, and our data trust by like overseas media company,
Great.
and I also do like Forbes official columnist in Japan and
Okay.
Business Insiders and sometimes reporter in TV.
Ah, wow, look
So
at you.
Our data used to like multiple media companies.
Smart move.
Yeah, and then our like investor is like top like Japanese active angel
Yeah.
investor. Yeah,
Oh, you got Honda in your company.
yeah.
How do you pronounce his first name?
My name
No, Honda's first name.
Keisuke.
Kesuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He invests with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's an investor in your company.
Yeah.
Very good. He's the famous soccer player.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have Chiba-san in there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Chiba-san
wow. And Honda-san.
and Hope Jason-san.
Oh,
will
oh, you
invest
want me
our
to invest?
company. Yeah.
Okay. Can somebody bring me 50,000? I just need $50,000. Nick, bring me a bag. You take cash?
Yeah.
Do we have to give you yen or dollars? Which one? Does it matter?
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I have some yen left from last time I was there. I didn't spend.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
What's the biggest challenge of this business?
Like looking like get the investment like active investment, active investor.
Got it.
Like we got the like top like 10 active investor, so it was kind of easy to marketing in Japan, but for USA marketing, we need you.
Yeah, okay, you need me. I got it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good to be wanted.
Yeah.
So how much did you, since you want investment, let's get right there. The revenue model is subscriptions to the
Yeah.
data.
Yeah, but
You just started that. How
Yeah.
many full-time employees do you have?
like 15.
15 already.
Yeah, in Japan.
In Japan,
And
which
two-
is
two-
not as expensive.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and
Uh,
to Mountain View.
And two amount to be. How much has been invested in the company already?
Like
You've raised what
uh,
in US dollars?
50,000. Oh no, 50K US dollar.
Only 50,000 is total amount you raised?
Yeah.
No, you much have raised more.
50K. 50K. Oh,
$50,000, you think?
No. 500K.
500,000.
Yeah, right.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry.
So you've raised just an angel round
yeah, Angel.
of 500,000.
Yeah.
You have maybe 20 investors. So everybody put in 20K, 30K.
Yeah, something like that.
So you raised 500,000. You already have what, 10,000 a month in subscriptions?
Yeah,
Something like that?
something like that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think. And then what's the next business model? Is it always going to be
Like-
Crunchbase or do you want to do
Yeah,
other
like
business?
AngelList.
Oh, you want to do
Yeah.
investing,
Yeah,
like SPVs.
right.
So you need me
Yeah,
to have my name on there.
yeah.
Ah, I got it. Very good. So you raised the 500,000 on a $2 million valuation or $3
yeah,
million?
like 2.5 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you raised it. And so now the company is worth 4 million or something. What do you think the company's worth now? With
Around 8 to 10.
8 to 10 million.
Yeah.
With just 100,000 a year in revenue.
Yeah.
Whoa! So 80 times top line revenue.
Yeah.
Oh, way too expensive. Way too expensive.
We
When
have to
when
think
did you do
about
the $3 million round?
Oh, like 1 year ago?
1 year ago.
Yeah.
So in 1 year, tripled in value. I got to talk to Chiba-san. I need a better deal. Can I get a better deal? Okay, Chiba-san says I can get a better deal. All right, we'll take it offline. But
Yeah,
I do
thank
think
you.
that there is a business model here.
Uh-huh.
And in Japan, obviously the book was translated into Japanese. There are angel investors who want to invest more in Japan, right?
Right.
Yeah. But you don't have SPVs there yet, special purpose vehicles? Or do people do that now? Like investing clubs where...
We're going to.
Going to.
We have to think about it.
All right. Well, you and I will take a follow-up meeting. I think actually what might be good is for you to come to our accelerator.
Uh-huh.
That might be more fun, is to spend 12 weeks here with us.
I see.
And that would be an interesting way to do it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Big round of applause for
Yeah.
Hikaru. Very
Have
well
a
done.
good day.
All right, let's meet another amazing company from Japan, a great country for entrepreneurship and really for product design. I'm always super impressed. Your name is Naomi,
Yes,
and your last name is pronounced Kurahara.
correct,
Kurahara.
correct.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Kurahara. Okay, Naomi. Tell me, what are you building at Infostellar.net? Infostellar. Infostellar.net.
Don't need .net.
.net. Got it. What are you building?
Sorry, we are Tokyo-based space startup.
Yep.
But we don't build rocket, we don't build satellite. We provide a ground station service to satellite operators.
A ground station service to satellite operators. So
Yes.
if you're putting satellites in the sky, like Planet Labs is doing,
Mm-hmm.
you would provide some ground station services.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. I have no idea what a ground station services is, so I'm looking forward to this presentation. Go.
So we see this opportunity. Unfortunately, the space business market size is still small. However, we see the increase of the satellite every year. Every year 300 to 600 satellites will be launched. And every year 7% the satellite is increasing. Plus, mainly from Silicon Valley VCs, the space industry acquired about 13.8 billion investment.
Wow.
So that is our opportunity,
Got it.
because the not traditional space company tend to lack the talents and the budget. And another problem, there is no standardization for communication for
So
satellite.
the ground stations don't have a standard.
No.
Every satellite is unique
Yes,
and made by a certain company. So if Planet Labs makes a satellite, it might be different than one made by Airbus or SpaceX.
exactly.
They throw all these satellites up, and there's no standardization for the ground stations either.
Correct.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So everybody is starting over every time they put a satellite up.
Exactly. That is tough. So
it's not like a computer where everybody uses the same, operating system. There's no Android of satellites.
right.
There's no GPU, graphic processing card of satellites. Is that true?
True. So imagine if you want to do like mobile apps business, and if you have to build smartphone itself, and if you have to develop the internet,
Right.
that is very,
That would
very
be
tough.
really silly if
Yeah.
you had to build Ethernet
Yeah.
if you built a computer every time, which is,
Yes.
by the way, what
Yep.
we did in the 80s. That's why there was Token Ring, Banyan Vines, Ethernet, and many other protocols. Keep going.
So that is a problem. Every time the satellite operator or someone who want to do space business, they have to go through lengthy and tedious works to develop their ground networks.
Got it.
So that is consuming the precious time and money.
Right.
Sorry. So we want to be a single gateway for ground services.
Okay.
So we connect all different type of ground station business, and we provide a single gateway to satellite operators.
Got it. So you will provide the infrastructure for on a global basis for those satellites to connect with planet Earth.
Yes.
So if Planet Labs were to launch now, you could have them automatically see their satellite immediately across your entire global network.
Yes.
Ah, very interesting. Does that mean it's the hardware or it's like a service layer in between their hardware?
Actually, both sides. We need to talk with satellite operators beforehand, and then we need to say, okay, for your satellite specs, these ground stations are compatible for you.
Ah,
Yeah. So
got it. So are there many ground stations out there already and you're going to normalize them and standardize them, or are you going to build your own network of ground stations?
we are abstracting the communication layer.
Ah, got it. So you want to build like an operating system or AWS for satellites?
Kind of. Yes.
Got it. Okay, I'm starting to get there. Keep going.
So we developed a cloud platform. It's called Stellar Station. They are kind of sharing a system for ground system. So we provide a terminal to each ground stations, and then by connecting the terminal, the ground station business can connect to our platform, and then satellite operator connect to our platform only once. And then they can connect all of the ground stations.
So in a way, it's like Zapier. It's like an API for satellites.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
I understand it. I think that's the way to think about it. So previously, if you wanted to connect to the Planet Labs or the SpaceX or whatever satellite, you would need to build a station and connect to it. Now, the next satellite that goes up, if they build to your system, Stellar Station, they can give access and give an API key to anybody.
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's going to save so much time and money.
Yes. And please imagine if you are a space startup, you may want to launch 2 satellites first. And then next year or 3 years later, you may want like tens or hundreds of satellites.
Yeah.
So the time is also important. At the beginning, they only need a few systems, and then later they may scaled ground system.
Right.
So that we can easily scale up and also down
Yeah,
for the satellite operators.
got it. Keep going.
Business model, we charge to satellite operators for platform usage fee. And then the 75% goes to system owner, ground system owner.
Right.
And another 25% goes to us.
Got it. So you're taking those ground stations, you put them in a bundle, and then you resell it and standardize it, and boom, you're done. So it's almost like the ground stations are the server cloud platform, and you're the layer in between. I totally understand it.
Yeah. Thank you for the explanation.
Yeah.
So we finished the product development last year. We started to sell the platform, and now we operate 6 ground stations and now 2 contracts. So the challenge is we really need to increase the number of customers, users. And based on the satellite operator's request, we expand the ground systems.
Got it. Amazing. Well done.
Yeah, almost all for my presentation.
Yeah. Fantastic. So what is your background that enabled you to come up with this idea and execute on it? Did you work in the space industry for a long time?
Yeah, I was dreaming to do space business long time. Since I was like 7, 8 years old.
Ah, you were dreaming about the space business.
Yes.
7 or 8 years old. Was there something that caused you to dream about it? Did you see the space shuttle or a movie, or what did you see that made you dream about going to space?
Yeah, to be correct, I wanted to go to space.
You did?
Yeah, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Ah, okay.
And then I studied the space engineering, electrical engineering, and
Great.
then So
Are they launching satellites from Japan, or do you put the payloads in Japan? Do they use other carriers to put stuff up there? How big is Japan's space program? I'm curious.
Japan has a rocket, and they have a satellite industry also.
Oh, good.
So the size is maybe like 1/10 of NASA or
Oh, got
US.
it. So it's a small program.
Smaller.
It's not a big priority for Japan.
It's changing. But
Is it?
Yeah. For both aspects. Security
Yeah,
and commercialization.
got it. Let me ask you a question. We're stuck here on planet Earth. and there's no gravity out there. So we're putting all these satellites out there and trying to figure out what's out in space. But everything is really far apart. If you got to the end of space, what's out there beyond space? And where did this all come from? Do you know? Because it's a question I asked a lot of people. What exists outside? You know, there's a universe.
Yes.
What's outside of the universe?
My gosh. That's why I want to go to space to find out.
We don't know.
Yeah.
And then we know there was a big bang. We can prove that, right? The universe, there was a bang and everything started expanding because it all came back to this one moment in time.
Yeah, I think there are the other theory also, but yes.
What's the other theory?
I'm not a scientist.
Oh, okay. So here's what I need you to figure out for me. One, I need to know what's outside of the universe.
Okay.
Number two, what happened before the Big Bang?
Okay.
Because there was a bang. I want to know, was it just like a bomb sitting there for a year or a million years? And then who put it there? Can you find these things out for me and report back to the podcast?
Sure, maybe in 50 years.
50 years, we'll figure it out. I mean, it is part of the reason we need to go to space.
Yes.
Is to understand why we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of having the world have this many resources if we don't get out there and figure out why we're here and who put us here?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well done. Big round of applause.
Thanks.
Nice job, Naomi. All right. Next up is Lu Dong,
Yes.
and you are the CEO of Nihon Bishuku.
Okay, the company name is a little complicated, but our brand,
Okay.
payment brand is very easy. It's called Takemepay.
Takemepay.
Yes.
Got it. A very uniquely Japanese name.
Yes.
Okay. So Takemepay, what is it and why did you build it?
Okay, well, so you can tell from my name, it's not a typical Japanese name.
No.
I'm actually from China,
Okay.
but I built 3 startups between China and Japan in the past 15 years.
Great.
You must have heard in China, there are 2 big payment brands called Alipay and WeChat Pay.
Yeah.
99% of Chinese people use those 2 brands.
Right.
But in Japan, there are about 200 payment brands like that. So what
200 brands.
Exactly. 200 QR payment brands in Japan right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
Well, because everyone want to be a payment brand. They want to be A Pay, B Pay, X Pay, Z Pay, So what we do is we think, then merchants will have a lot of problems to have all these 200 brands in front of their counters, right? So what we do is we aggregate all of them into this single QR code.
Got it.
So to make things easy. So we're sort of like the QR code version of Square.
Got it.
Yep.
So instead of picking one of 200 payment platforms, you just
Yes.
pick yours and then
Yes.
you take a little vig on top.
Yes. Every transaction will take a little bit cut. So
Great idea.
So that's our diagram, right? So we have payment brands from China, from the world, from Japan. That's the only way we make money. So that's the first step. And then because we control the payment flow, and then we have
Yeah.
the user data of who, where, how much they paid. And then so far we have 45,000 merchants in Japan.
Wow.
And people from 85 countries have used our payment in Japan already. So we can tell people from which country, went where, and paid what, and paid how much.
Which is the number one payment processor in Japan?
In Japan, in the QR code world, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's PayPay. It's by SoftBank and
Got it.
Yahoo.
Got it.
And the others are
So
Line
that's
Payment.
Masayoshi-san's PayPay.
Yes.
What percentage of the market do they have?
I don't think there's numbers disclosed about that, but
yeah.
I think they're the top 3
Top 3.
among the
What are the
other
top
two.
3 equal in terms of total market share, do you think? Half? 2/3?
Still very, very small. So
Really?
it's I think the 3 will take maybe 50 to 70% of the market.
Wow.
And then the rest of the 198 will 97 will be long tail.
So I guess my question is,
Yes.
since the top 3 are gaining market share, those other ones are probably going to go away. It's overbuilt. Is that what happened? They just overbuilt it?
I don't think there's going to go away. So
Huh.
basically, there are like 500 to 600 credit card companies in Japan, brands in
What?
Japan. Yes.
Why is that?
Like Japan Airline has its own credit card.
Got it.
Mitsukoshi has its own credit card, right? And
Right.
these credit cards are all going to turn into Mitsukoshi Pay, JL Pay, all this Pay, right? They're not going to disappear. Everyone has users and merchants. They're going to turn their physical credit card into an app in the phone.
Got
and
it.
become
So
a
isn't
pay.
that really brutal on the merchants that they have to deal with all these different payments? How do
Exactly.
they manage it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We help them to manage
Got
that.
it.
Yes.
But they still have to maintain a relationship with all of these different ones.
No, we actually do that for them.
Ah.
So we're a true gateway.
Got it.
Not only on the technology layer, but we're also sort of do a comprehensive contract for all the payment brands with the merchant.
Got
So
it. So
the merchant doesn't have anything.
So the merchant wants to take 100 payments, they can just use yours, and all of a sudden,
Yes.
There's a company, Adyen. Do they do this similar thing?
The company called what?
Adyen, Adyen, Adyen.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I've
think they
heard
do
of it.
something similar in the United States and Europe, which is sort of normalize all these payment plans
Okay.
and get there. So you have to get really massive scale to make this work, huh?
Not really.
No?
We only need about 25,000 active merchants
Got it.
to break even. So
Okay, that's not so
we're
bad.
almost there. Yeah.
How do you
So-
acquire merchants?
Two ways. So we have our own internal sales to tackle all the big companies, and then we have our sales representatives all around Japan, about 100 of them,
And they go door to door?
door to door.
Wow.
Just like selling electricity, selling light bulbs. So they just carry our pay
Yeah.
to sell.
Interesting.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Since you're from China and you work in Japan, what is the difference between Japanese and Chinese entrepreneurs today and how
Ooh.
they look at the world?
So we can write a book about it, but
Okay. Yeah, broad strokes. Your
in
experience.
a 30 seconds, I would say, the Chinese, there's a saying, until there's somebody tell you it's no, and it's a yes,
Got it.
basically. But I would say they're really aggressive. But in Japan, I think people say until anyone tells you it's yes, it's a no. So
Interesting.
I would say entrepreneurs are also very very bold and aggressive, but compared to Chinese, they're a little more
Reserved?
reserved or tend to obey the rules. Right.
Got it.
There are a lot of rules in Japan.
So they don't just come out and break all the rules. If somebody in Japan
Yes.
came out and they had the same approach of the Chinese entrepreneurs, how would they be looked at in Japan in your mind? Would they be ostracized for it, or would they be a breath of fresh air?
I would say the breath of fresh air.
So culturally, they have been trained to ask for permission, not beg for forgiveness.
A lot of authorities in Japan, so they
Yeah.
try to listen to
Right.
the teachers, like bosses.
Interesting. That's
Yeah, I would say.
fascinating.
Whereas Chinese employee will just fire their bosses.
Wow.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting thing. And like you said, we could write a book on it. Very well done. Congratulations, Lou.
Thank you.
Good job.